Hey, and welcome back. We are back here with the Techs-Mechs Colony. When we last left off, we had some changes we were going through. We were in the process of finishing up this pen that we were going to make to expand things out and split off our other animals too, so we didn't have an animal population explosion necessarily, which would be good to not have happen. But in the process for that, we ended up in a scenario where we were being attacked. We got some bandits that have come in up here, and they're going to be attacking us. Thankfully, they only have bows, though, which is good, because we don't have a whole lot of good fighters. Right now, everybody's asleep. We have some people who have some guns, but not a whole lot that is great. So, we'll see how this goes. They're immediately attacking, so we're just going to go ahead and take everybody and just bring them up here. So I don't know where they're going to come in at. But up here's probably a good spot for it. Dorna has melee. Bushpop. And Rock also has melee. They're hyper fast. So we're just going to pull back here. Seems like a good way to do it. Oh, we're shooting the chinchilla. It's not good. Shoot the rabbits. Just gonna take some hits. I'd rather save the animals at this point. All of which is rather unfortunate. Actually, this one's not dead yet. Let's see if they've got the bleeding out in 5 hours. They've got some interesting stats, but they're good with animals, and they've got a little bit of fighting. Do we still have our jail cell? I don't know that we do. I think we took that down. We did. All right, so let's lay down a quick bed real quick. Some furniture. Throw down a sleeping spot here. We'll mark it for prisoners. We'll go ahead and get one of these other beds set for installation later. We should probably get an actual formal jail going, just because I feel like we're going to get a lot more raiders coming in. Now that said, who do we have who actually has good doctoring? Redorn is up here and actually has some skill, so let's see if we can get redraft again. Let's tend without medicine, and then we're going to capture, because I don't think that we're going to be in a good spot otherwise, because 5 hours is not going to be very fast. We have a self-tamed Thrumbo, which is both exciting and terrifying. This Thrumbo's evil, so we might have some issues. We might have some issues because of that. It's already while we're changing up the pin structure to begin with is for that exact reason. Restrict this Thrumbo to Area 1. Area 1's up here, so it should keep the Thrumbo out of all of our stuff down here, which would be good to have. We'll see how that goes. Eventually we'll get all this area pinned in. No problem. Because right now we're still sitting at a deficit of food needs because of the number of chinchilla and cow and alpaca we have. There's a logging site nearby, but we're not raiders. It's good to know in case we might need to go trade, though. I feel like right now we're doing pretty good. We just need to get caught up on things fine. That's going to be our biggest issue. Rock's in pretty good health. Should probably get some more armor at some point, though. Get the rest of this mess cleaned up, because it is a disaster. Absolute disaster. We're going to get more chinchilla. Right, cow. Yeah, we need to split off sooner rather than later our males from our females with their animals. but I don't want to try to force the pen build because it's going to disrupt all of the other carefully curated, carefully curated work orders we have going. We'll see how that goes. Our biggest issue is still just sheer manpower. May want to decide to wall this off instead of fencing. So when invaders come in, everybody else is kind of slow to get from their current quarters up unless we pin them off. Wild animals will no longer cross the barriers to hunt, but that doesn't stop any issues we might have with hostiles raiding in and then shooting the animals because they're confused. But we'll get there. Take a prisoner. They still need to have, they're on a different ideology, so we're just going to mark them for conversion. It is easier to convert when they're prisoners still. And Rock is still a different ideology than we are. He's a member of the ethical justice, which is not quite the same as we are. We are the true ethics. Ethics. So we'll see how our transhumanism stuff goes as far as that goes. We can run a conversion ritual. Oh, that rock is trying to convert people away from being transhumanists. It's unfortunate. You can try to convert on Rock directly, but Rock is still pretty high up on it. So I feel like we were going to need to run a conversion ritual to really be able to make a whole lot of use out of that. We're going to mark all these to be called eventually as well. People will get around to it. It's just going to take some time. But we're getting work on. Fire we're not really concerned about. It's going to cause issues with this ambrosia, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter too terribly much. It's good for trade goods, but we're not going to leverage it directly. So I'm not too terribly concerned. Eventually we'll have some Clara dryads, and that will make a big difference. We're just going to let things run. No, autosave. Quest. 5 desperate refugees are approaching. Their leader is called Anescus. They say they escaped from a slave caravan. Anescus begs for permission to stay at the Fiesta Pail for 6 days so they can rest and regroup. We will do this. I have concerns that we're going to be betrayed by them, but we can still do this in the week. And we don't have enough pre-built beds, although we do have this normal bed. We're just going to stick it down here. We have 1 other unowned bed. We have 2 others further up. So let's go ahead and just build some copies. Just to get them done. TSK is already starting problems. I don't particularly care for that. We have an area that was revealed because we're out. Oh, that's unfortunate. It wasn't completely solid. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and reset these work priorities for all of our new visitors, just so we can get them out of the way, taken care of. They actually have some doctoring skill, which is nice. I appreciate that. We're going to turn doctoring off for those, though. We'll crank doctoring up a little bit higher. We're not going to be doing any surgeries while they're here, though. Go ahead and crank all these up. These are all pretty important tasks, so I'm going to bring them up higher. We'll go ahead and leave there. Those are some good social skills. That's nice, actually. That works out. We'll go ahead and turn on some training for our Gyros, because we need it. We're going to turn off harvesting from everybody who's got terrible harvesting, which is everybody who came up with that, except... Ooh, now this, I like that. Teosuke has good plants. So we'll leave it at that. I'm going to turn off training combat for all the new visitors, because we don't need them spending time doing it. But it would be good to have fish some. Fishing is low, but that's okay. We don't have to have it done. We're not doing any major production stuff right now, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. The art I'll leave on because 6 isn't terrible. Otherwise, let's go ahead and bring the rest of these up in line with everything else. We did have hauling and cleaning and stack management cranked up a little bit higher just because we needed it done and we needed it done sooner rather than later. I think we can probably crank some of this back a little bit now, though. Just because we have an extra 5 people. So we'll be able to get some work done sooner rather than later. Our pen is finally built, which is good. We're going to set this for females and not babies. And then we'll just turn off females up here in this top one. That does mean we're going to have to move some of our stuff, though. We're still using rice as a major crop for us. Let's go ahead and build a new zone. We're going to stick it over here off to the side. This will be where we do an ancient danger. Where did that get? Oh, up here. Ah. As Marcian draws near, they detect an ancient danger. That's good to know for later. I don't need to worry about breaking through to this because they're not going to get through the walls with the auto mining set. So let's go back to our potatoes. We're going to plant potatoes here. This would be a good spot for. Actually, let's do corn. We've got good temps year round. Let's use them. We're going to mark those for corn. I have some concerns, though, about some of the stuff our animals will eat. So we're going to do a little bit more zone control over here. We're going to go with, again, a small zone for dye. Because we don't need a whole lot of it. And what else do we need to make sure it doesn't get... So the cotton's good to have, but that's going to be low down on the priority list. The hops would be good to have moved out. Oh, finished our research. That's good. We'll reset this for hops. And we'll just expand the zone down one so we don't get a weird overlap. And then we'll do one zone set down here. And we will mark this for, what do we have inside there? We had cotton and heel root. I think we're going to move the heel root out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Victoria that's in here, say no more sowing. So this will continue to be grown and managed, and as it gets fully grown, they'll harvest it and not replant. Same thing over here. Oh, we already marked this. Give me just that down. There we go. Allow sowing will turn off there as well for the hops. So as these finish growing, they'll harvest them, and then we'll just plant new hops down here. As they go, and we'll do the same thing with heel root. We'll mark it as not allowed sow, and then as these get pulled out, we'll just be able to keep going from there. Because right now with our food, we have 17.19 grown per day on average, which is good. And as we get more stuff further back, that will continue to expand and improve. Our food here is still messed up, but that's because they've... Oh no, we have a bad castle. Where is this castle? That is way up there. Nobody's outside yet, which is good. But... did we... No, we sold everybody to fight, but not the new people. Rock needs to be set to attack when he's attacked. The rest of them... I don't think they have any weapons, do they? Knife, a club. Nothing. Club. Alright, so we're going to leave that blitz. We're going to pull... No, this is probably okay. I don't like that Ari's all the way down there on there. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what the castle is. Roscoe's taking Aim. Come on, Roscoe. Okay, that took care of that. And now we have a dead castle. What? Okay, you're looking for your bottom. We don't have. So as this continues to expand out, this will go well. We do have a cooler set here that's going to keep this area temperature controlled so it doesn't get too terribly hot inside, and a vent that will spill some of that excess over here. So once this wall finishes being built, we'll be able to take care of that, and we just need to make sure that things are properly zoned in the process. We should probably move our combat areas. Just, that might be a good idea now that this is actually, you know, a pin here. We can drag all this stuff, just so we don't have to necessarily worry about it. We're going to reinstall this. We're going to reinstall it down here. And this one we're going to reinstall down here as well. We'll mark sleeping sickness. That's not good. Mark all those for deconstruction and get those parts back. But that's a lot of settlers who have sleeping sickness. That's not good. Teoske is a visitor. Osiris is a visitor, but Redorna and Roscoe are core members of our group. So if this is not taken care of before the visitors leave, we might have some problems here. We might have some problems. Since we have the extra labor, we're going to take care of it. Use it to our advantage. It'll get us some stuff going. Royal Tribute Collector is coming, but that's okay, we don't care. We should probably add another research. We currently have batteries that we just finished researching most recently. We need to get going, though. We're going to go for smithing, because it gets us access to armor and other melee weapons, which we will need. Because even as it is right now, we don't have a whole lot of operational ability. We've got some traps access, and that's about it. Oh. Why did you use a recreational drug, Austin? You used a what? Mm-hmm. Oh, because they've got a belief against it. Okay, that's okay. Let's go ahead and turn off social drugs for all of these visitors, because we really don't need that at all. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. Did that completely wrong. I told my people they weren't allowed to do drugs instead of telling the visitors they couldn't do drugs. And that's the complete opposite way to do that. I should verify that safe from addiction actually is safe from addiction. Yep, that is. Okay. We're going to turn off ambrosia because I don't want them using the ambrosia. I don't want them using the smoke leaf. Psychite tea and beer. That'll be good enough for that. Get some more work going. Our butchering is still done outside, which is a bad way to do that. Let's go ahead and fix that because we haven't done so yet. I'm just going to put that right there for now. I am not a fan of the fact that they just completely trampled all of our plants. So we're going to move this up here. Because that way we don't have to worry about it. Flu. That's fine. We have low medicine. We need to get some medicine going. This is almost fully grown. We can harvest all of that, which would be good. We're going to say butcher creatures, do forever. Butcher all animals. I prefer people who are not have low quality, but that's okay because it doesn't particularly matter. And right now we don't have any animals that have to have... Oh wait, hares aren't... Oh, well, that's interesting. I did not know that. I wonder if that's a bug, but it's a secret. Anyway, mark the Thrumbo for being trained on how to haul things, because that's important. Teoski isn't happy. I don't know why. You've got a very nice room. It's a very nice room. Sleeping sickness. Things are good. We do need all these components hauled before they rot, though. There is a Psychic Soothe for females, so that's good. It'll improve everybody's mood who is female. Outstanding to have. We are currently set here. Constructed roof, we are marked indoors. Same thing up here, so this is good. We just need people to actually move animals across, because only females are allowed over here. We don't have any of those animals done yet. Eventually, people who have animal skills handling will get to that task. They'll be taken care of. Eventually. So. Hopefully before we completely run out of space. Nope. Arcantro's certainty has dropped. They're now at 25% away from being likely to join our colony. That's good. We do need to build an altar, but we haven't built an altar yet. We should do that. We're going to do that in here. I'm just not to it. There's a betrayal. Look at this. What did I say? I said I was concerned they were going to turn against us, and they have. So let's take a look and see what we've got going on, because they're pretty spread out right now, and I'm not a fan of it. We open up our house to you. We give you our food. We give you our beds. This is not okay. So let's see how things going. Roscoe's right here. Redorna needs you to come take care of Marcian. Redorna has a knife. Redorna's our good, or rather our better melee fighter, so that'll help there. Everybody else is out and about. Ari is not in a safe place because there's 1, 2, 3 hostiles there. Winter's up here though. Winter has a gun. We're gonna have him go here, and we're gonna have Ari also run up here. Hopefully that will not cause too big of a problem. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of concerned. Where's Rock? Rock is down here. Rock is also a fighter, so we're gonna send Rock up this way as well. Actually, we're gonna have Rock use his gun. Come here, Rock. Use your axe and go take down that log. Ari, meanwhile, come up here. See if you can run away, please. Don't get shot by Winter. Please don't get shot by Winter. Please don't get shot by Winter. Come on. Okay, there's one down. Stop killing my rabbits. Wait. Fleeing in panic. Oh, they're fleeing. Yes. Fortunately for you, that's not going to... They're both down. Ocelus is still functional, bleeding out shortly. Portrait Artist is not good, and Capable of Firefighting is also not good. They've got some skills, and the medicine would be good to have. I think what we're going to try and do here is try to save as far as that goes. So let's tend them without medicine, and then capture them. We do still have another bed. Good to have. Rock, take them out. And Ari, we're going to go ahead and have you undraft. This Marcian is... Oh, Marcian's also... Okay. Mining, social, construction, not bad. They're a masochist nudist. Huh. Okay, this could have... Do we have any precepts about clothing? So we do have precepts about clothing. Interesting. So either we would need to modify those or just accept the fact there's going to be bad blood because they're a nudist or they're just unhappy. Interesting. Or we could also just capture them and then release them. That may be the better way. So Ari, go capture Marcian. No, draft up. 10 to Marcian and then capture. We want them to not bleed out before we capture, because if we capture them and we start the capture process, what's going to happen is we're going to have them bleed out and die, and it's going to give everybody bad thoughts because we're not cannibals and we're not raiders. We care about our prisoners dying because we're not complete psychopaths. So we need to make sure that's not a problem. Alright, Teosuke is dead, which means Anescus is the only unaccounted for individual. They're bleeding out. They're down. They're dead. I would care a little bit more that they're a policeman, except they betrayed us. And that means I don't actually care. Look at that. He destroyed our bed. We had a nice bed in. You are the worst. Let's reinstall this. We're going to cancel this being rebuilt because we don't need it. We're going to reinstall this here. And we'll just make more later. Same thing here. We're going to uninstall these. I'm going to get them put into storage. I should probably make a furniture storage in this area somewhere. We'll get to that though. Right now, Osseous is still being tended to. Look at that. Oh, sorry. That looks a lot better than it was because they've got asthma and sleeping sickness they were already dealt with. Bleeding out at 6 hours. We'll see how far that goes. Bleeding out at 8, so there we go. Marcian is getting some progress made. That is good. In fact, let's, instead of uninstalling, let's just reinstall this up here for Marcian also has a bad back. Okay, so I think we're going to capture, rehabilitate, and then release them once they can walk again. Because this is going to be better overall. And then we'll just undraft. Bleeding out at 4 hours. We're not making a whole lot of positive progress here, but then again, Osseous also had a lot more injuries, so I don't really know that I blame them for that. More shot up than Tupac. Still bleeding out. We'll see how that goes. That might go well. It might not go well at all. Back to what we were going to do. We built this area down here. This is originally going to be bed space, and we're going to clean this out originally and use this as altar space, but I feel like we should just use this for industrial area now, and we'll just put in our altar down here. Grand Altar of Ethics. This is for the other group, isn't it? Yeah, it's the other that's Rock's thing here. We want the Grand Altar of Ethics. So we're gonna put this down here. Where do we want to put it? Somewhere not immediately in the way. Do we have blocks where we have we have granite. Oh, because it's in an area it can't support. There we go. That'll fix that issue. We'll just put the altar over there. Problem solved. Problem solved. We can also do a marble lectern. We have marble, right? We don't have. Interesting. We're going to go with granite. Who's our medical emergency? Osseous. Right. Well, unfortunate, life-threatening blood loss, but they're still alive. The combination of asthma, sleeping sickness, and the blood loss might kill them, though. And that's not going to be good. Winter is recreation deprived and tired. Fortunate. They really don't want corpses. We need to get those bodies buried. We have plenty of places to do, though. Let's go ahead and, now that we're back down to no people, let's go ahead and crank these tasks back up again. That's unfortunate. So, Marcian, we don't want to do anything with Osseous, though. Would be good if we can get them to our side. So let's go ahead and mark them for conversion as well. Dorna became the target of Panther. That is not. Dorna, where are you? Where's the Panther? All the way down there. Okay, well, I would be a little bit more concerned about that if it wasn't so far away. We'll see how things go. If Redorna doesn't go back outside, then Redorna's going back outside. Redorna has a knife, but Redorna also isn't that good at fighting, so I'm slightly concerned. That message is just going to annoyingly be there until they're done. There's nothing to do about it. Where are animal handlers? We're gonna crank animal handling so they move things faster. Cannot rope cow 3. No allowed pins. Why are there no allowed pins for cow 3? It's a female cow. Animals. Allow females. Don't allow males. Oh, because I didn't actually turn on the animals. That'll do it. That explains it. Roscoe tried to convert Lycantro to his own religion. Lycantro was convinced and changed his ideology. So there we go. He's no longer a neo-holiest, and he is now a true ethicist, which means, after the autosave, we can mark Lycantro now for recruiting. It will take a while. His resistance is 26. It's pretty high, but we're going to go in here now. We're going to sets. You know what? Let's go. We don't really have anything that we can really need to worry about as far as food and drugs goes. We can deconstruct that because we have 3 functional beds. In fact, we might take one of these other beds. We're just going to mark that poor one for deconstruction. And as far as Marcian goes, we're going to mark them for reduced resistance, because I don't want to necessarily run the risk of them staging a breakout. Here we go. We got our cows over here now. Animals being moved around. Let's get some more animal sleeping spots built up. That was a misplaced one. There we go. Let's build these out real quick. But this is going to be about the end of our time for today. So if you enjoyed this, definitely recommend hitting the like button for it. Drop a comment, let me know if there's anything you'd like to see different or anything else you'd like to see changed. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day. As always, stay safe and stay goose.